It's mad heavy, bro. That when I got in, because normally I have like a big box with that one, and I was like, oh shit, this is heavy.
It's like, you know when you watch like the intro for James Bond and then there's that line that's just and like that's what it looks like to me. That's what it looks. And then this, you just compare this to that. It's just like, yo.
That was like, I'm gonna bring the heaviest one or the lightest one. I'm not like.
So whenever you was a kid.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're back.
I know.
Man.
First time meeting up
in person. I'm Jay Aguila.
Big Frank.
Yeah, so we got.
Introduce yourself, dude.
I did. Luisito.
This is our first time meeting up. I'm pretty excited after an exhausting day, but how are you guys feeling before we really do all the intro stuff and, you know what I'm saying, get into the topics? Like us meeting, like doing this in person.
That's crazy, yeah, right? I remember when I joined, it was like the pandemic era and all that, and I remember it was just video chat. And I thought I would never see you guys again in person.
I think the first one we did, what was it? We did the WCW thing with the wrestling.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yep.
So the streaming, that's crazy.
What about you, Luisito?
It's different. I guess the dynamic would not. Hopefully, it's better than just looking at a screen.
It's gonna be a lot of work because now we're doing like videos and cameras and shit. Yeah. But
it's a new era.
Yeah. It is, bro. It is. Well, Providence Lucha Talk. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media, on the Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter, as well. Listen to us in all your favorite podcast media app. Spotify, Apple Music, Anchor. We're still in Anchor, right?
We are in Spotify, Apple Music, and I think we're doing Buzzsprout, but it's streaming all the way through to everything.
Everything.
If you didn't know, now you know. And we're recording in a dope ass studio that my boy Big Frank is part of. Frank, can you give us a little light to shout out to the location we're in?
Yeah, so we're at Collaborative Club right now. Just the name, just really for our people, just in the community, just to really get together and just really, it's really a networking hub. I would just put it that way. We just want the people that do like podcasting, music, photography, just to really connect with each other and get to know each other. You probably won't see like people coming at the same time, but like when y'all link up, it's always some magic happen.
It really was, because when I wanted to save it later on, but let's just talk about like the big one, right? When we first came into the studio, we decided to do a pay-per-view watch party here.
Yeah.
And like seeing all your peeps, mad chill, mad cool, like giving us the space, very good hospitality and stuff. I was like, yo, this is a dope ass spot. Like, bro, how did you guys were able to make it, like, obtain this, basically?
I don't want to make it like a big story. I'll make it brief, but it was just more mainly because we was getting kicked out of like different places all the time, and then a lot of people just didn't want us. Just a lot of young people just doing music, or just it was just a young people hub, and then they associated young people with being in trouble. So I was just like, all right, just us co-owners just really found a place where people could just feel free and not feel as though they're just being ridiculed by the landowner or someone always watching them. Like, we're such in a secluded spot right now, so it's just like people can do whatever they want. I'm not saying like that to an extent, but it's just like people can feel comfortable and not knowing that someone is always watching them behind their backs or someone always peeking with a binocular. It's just people can just be free here. That's what we want, honestly.
All right. And the pay-per-view that we were watching too was the Forbidden Door.
And it's funny because even when before we started, we were watching. I think it was 3 at first when we were trying to set up everything. Then people walk through what you watching, and like it's funny how like not wrestling gets people together, but even the people that weren't hooked in it or liked it, they stayed for the show.
Yes.
So it was just 100%. Like it was kind of funny. So you'd be like, oh, it's fake, but then they just kept asking questions, looking, and like it's just like the whole dynamic of the room not changed, but it was just like it just got hooked. I guess that's what wrestling does to people.
It was a vibe because I like not everybody is like a die-hard wrestling fan, but at the same time, they were just like intrigued that a group of guys, a group of people just come together and we're just talking and laughing, having a good time. And I think that's what really attracted them more is like, yeah, wrestling might not be for you, but if you see your homeboys or your homegirls having a good time, you too want to be part of. Be like, oh, what's going on? Like da 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 da. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So it was pretty dope seeing that reaction.
Yeah.
You're completely right,
And you could just tell, and this goes to show for like AEW. I feel like when a lot of people when you watch WWE, they just New Japan. I'm sorry, but like when people watch WWE, they just walk past and be like, "Oh, what are you watching?" And then they walk past it. But like AEW is such like an adult show, and people be like, "All right, I'll peep it for like 5 minutes."
And New Japan,
New Japan. I'm sorry, but
it was Forbidden Door.
It was Forbidden Door.
I know that,
and it was like a thing because when we first were trying to do our predictions and everything. I appreciate that they almost split everything, like between the wins and stuff. So at least it kept the balance. You don't want to have one company like be stronger than the other one.
Yes, I do. When I watch football or basketball, which are my two favorite sports, and I'm seeing two teams go head to head, someone got to be the loser. You can't be going overtime every single.
There were losers.
You cannot be going overtime after overtime after overtime.
I agree with you. However,
but there's like a showcase for both shows.
Man, this is not Telemundo, man. We need result. I need to know who is the top dog and who needs to level up. And being like AEW being like a new company too, right?
Okay.
I really enjoy how well they were able to go toe to toe with a New Japan Wrestling that's been out in the business since like the 80s and 70s. You know what I'm saying? For a long, long time. Yeah. And it's AEW is the one that actually like working with them, giving them like new eyes on their like legends. Because one of the most common thing we said too is that if most of their top aces
if it was like
were
5-10 years younger,
it would have been a whole different show, bro.
Yeah.
We would actually get like win and loss results, dead ass. But because they were older and AEW is a little bit newer, but they still got older cats, they were able still to be able to like work it out in a sense. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like the Tanahashi one, that one, if he's in his late 40s. If the one that went against Moxley, if he was maybe 5-10 years younger, that match would have been so much different. And I think he would have won it over Moxley.
Oh, 100%.
And the same thing, Okada was good, but you know that you still had the basically Bullet Club versus Okada. So you still had the story, but their matches would have been, the dynamic was a little different. But I think for that one with Adam Cole, I think something happened to Adam Cole that they called the match quick. And he wasn't supposed to that match wasn't supposed to end where it was supposed to end. So that's why he was pissed at the end because it was like
Switchblade wasn't supposed to keep the belt.
No, he was supposed to keep it, but that wasn't the finish of the match.
Okay.
So I think they called it
because Adam Cole got hurt.
Yeah, so they called the audible.
But that's part of the wrestling game, though. That's like boxing. Like you getting punched in the face and you don't get a concussion or something like that. It's part of the game. Like football, same thing. It's part of the game, man.
And to be honest with you telling me this, I would not know the difference because to me the ending was perfectly fine.
Yeah, it was fine. It literally was.
So you telling me this is just like, damn, I didn't knew they had to cut more. It's just like the Dark Knight. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not the whole full recording. That's just cut.
Yeah, of course.
While Heath Ledger, R.I.P., was alive and was able to get some good pieces from it and then fill it up with other stuff. But like again, if it is what it is, shout out to Switchblade. Keeping the belt, you know what I'm saying? Did we got any new champion from Forbidden Door that you guys recall?
FTR.
Yeah.
FTR
so
winning number 7?
Yeah.
The big 7?
So I think the only ones that they need is the Impact one, which they eventually will get. And I don't think they've got NWA. That's only 2 that they need. Because hell titles
what's so crazy? I have to bring this up, but Kenny Omega tried to do this, but FTR did it so much better.
Yeah, but I feel like
individually it does look cocky, but as a team, it's magical.
But that's what I'm saying.
The FTR did it way much better than Kenny Omega tried to bring the idea.
Yeah, but I feel like their journey has been better than Kenny's. Like Kenny is a better wrestler and performer over.
I love Kenny,
but I was saying like the journey of FTR from basically indies go to the big show or like WWE and coming back to the indies. It's better storytelling, or not. It didn't mean to be that story be told, but it's better trajectory than Kenny Omega.
Wait, we can't call AEW indies no more.
No, true.
Big
but I'm saying, but like
they're big dogs too,
WWE is like the show, like you know what I'm saying.
Years now.
Yeah, but it's just like their trajectory. So the only ones that they're missing is the NWA and Impact. And if they really want to MLW, but the MLW is not there yet. But I feel like that's
Strike when you're hot.
It is 3 years. It's 3 years of AEW. Because
Strike when you're hot. Like FTR is the hottest tag team right now. Like if you was the wrestling company, like I'll give it Impact, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Look, strike when it's hot. Give them those belts. Get those ticket sales. I'm just thinking like a businessman right now.
Yeah.
Get those ticket sales. Make that money, and then.
But I think it will happen because
give it up.
if I was booking them for Impact and I have a relationship with AEW, I would put the people that lost the titles at AEW go against your boys, the Good Brothers, and Impact, have them win. Then you could have Bucks versus FTR for Impact. I think that will sell better than the Good Brothers against FTR.
I mean, I think anything with FTR is already money.
Yeah.
And right now they're going to be facing the boys real soon. The Bristol's brothers.
Briscoe, yeah.
Oh, we're going. Yeah.
Y'all going?
Oh, we're both tickets.
I know. I wish you was there though, Loki. No, I wish you was there.
I love how his energy be like, oh, you broke. All right, bro.
It was crazy. I was trying to buy the tickets and like
on the side.
The tickets were like basically the internet crashed. The whole website crashed like 3 times. I was texting him like, "Yo, we want the seats, okay?" And I had it on the queue. Disappear. I was like, shit. All right, look up again. So we ended up getting tickets on the side. So good tickets in the middle. So
Providence Lucha Talk. Going to what's the name of the show again?
It is gonna be Death Before Dishonor. It's I think next week, next Saturday.
The matchup cards is looking ill though.
It's gonna be good.
Samoa Joe.
I think Samoa Joe.
I'm not really you know whatever. But
the one that's gonna be good is gonna be the Gresham one, and it's gonna be the Samoa Joe is gonna be good.
Oh,
too.
who's Gresham going after? Oh, who they facing? Gresham.
I don't remember. I could double check.
It's not Jay Lethal, right?
No, Jay Lethal is gonna go against Samoa Joe.
That's gonna be a good one.
He was the longest TV champion.
I don't follow Ring of Honor, so please.
But I think maybe Yuta might be there, and also the FTR will be defending there too.
Not mad. That's not.
No, it's not
and
bad.
I think Serena Deeb against Mercedes
for the AEW
for the Ring of Honor.
Who has? Oh yeah, Mercedes does have. The,
AEW did a good job bringing the name back up, so that's why I'm going. I wasn't a Ring of Honor fan. I wasn't watching. I'm not gonna act like
I'm still not.
But you're gonna see the difference because you've been to the WWE one here.
Look,
we've been to the AEW one in Boston.
AEW was a different atmosphere. It's just a different atmosphere.
But way into Ring of Honor, that's like. It's not I'm not saying like
it has an indie vibe.
It has an indie vibe, but it's like not real wrestling, but that's like the closest to like from training to TV. The other one is more rehearsed. This is like literally like, and Gresham.
And I agree. Did you watch like the previous shows of Ring of Honor? I don't know how it is going to be now because they got money now behind it. So it might be some other stuff.
Look,
might be the NXT of AEW.
I'm going to tell you straight up, right? Ring of Honor. I only know Gresham because he's married to Jordan Grace, who is the Muscle Milk on Twitter. Yes, PG 14 up in here. Like you follow her. Yo, bro, you see her? She's wilding on Twitter. I'm like, okay, girl. I know about Mia Yim. Mia Yim is also in Ring of Honor.
Is she?
Yeah,
she's done both Impact and Ring of Honor. She does like double duty. Yeah.
Who else do I know? The Briscoe brothers. FTR because they're the champion. That's it.
I'm assuming any AEW star is a Ring of Honor star.
Everybody in AEW that was not originally from WWE came from Ring of Honor. So you have what is it, Cesaro Castiglione? He used to be Ring of Honor.
Claudio.
So you have Claudio. You have Eddy Kingston. You have
but Eddie's
CM
not
Punk.
on the show though, right?
No. But like those were like Ring of Honor. Basically everybody from not the Bullet Club, but you have Undisputed Era. Everybody from Ring of Honor. All 3.
I see that.
Then you have who else? The Young Bucks were Ring of Honor. Before that, even Matt and Jeff were there for a little bit. So basically everybody from AEW
Cody
used to be.
Rhodes as well. He left.
But they need to like make a Ring of Honor like not a second brand, but like a TV brand next to AEW. Because now they just using Ring of Honor how WWE used to use ECW. That's like a side thing.
No.
Because have you seen any Ring of Honor shows? You know what I'm saying? Like it's.
If you're trying to compare, at least I would say AEW's been doing a little better with the Ring of Honor guys.
But they're not. They don't have their own show. They're not getting like you don't see.
This
tomorrow.
Be startup though.
Yeah, but they've been startup.
I know that.
You know what I'm saying? Just like the rebrand.
No,
Because
I
what
think the
AEW
archives
is capitalizing is that we're in a digital era, right?
Yeah.
So they have Dark on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
They have a show on Wednesday, which is the AEW show.
They have Elevation. Yeah,
Elevation is on Monday.
So
Dark
Dark is
on
on
Tuesday. The actual show
Dynamite.
on Wednesday, and then Friday is
Rampage.
Rampage. And then sometimes Saturday or something
Yeah.
they do something on the.
Yeah.
So they're working digitally because.
Yeah.
2 of those shows is on YouTube for free, just so they could get more eyes on people to see on one. I don't understand why Ring of Honors didn't like capitalize on that type of momentum, especially during the pandemic. And NWA was doing the YouTube stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And they were good at doing the YouTube thing, like really good.
So I'm just surprised Ring of Honors just didn't step up.
Because I know
like
they
that.
bought AEW bought the archive, so you see it on TV like the replays and stuff from the old stuff. But I feel like it needs to be put more of a show, rather than like, for example, the ECW thing. Because remember they did one night stand, so they used like one pay-per-view, kind of like put them to the side. So it's like they're not highlighting Ring of Honor. I think tomorrow for Rampage, Gresham has a title match. I think just because next week he has the pay-per-view, not because like he's, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
It's getting eyes
what
to
can
the
you
story.
say? However, I agree with y'all. But they just sold their tickets out in a matter of like 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Because people are really excited.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, let
This
them
is
give
the
them a
aftermath
chance.
of the pandemic.
They wasn't doing these numbers before that. They probably were in the height of the Ring of Honor days. But like, who knows? I don't know. I don't know the numbers.
They were
like
sold
that.
out, but they were like a ECW. That was kind of like a indie show. But everybody who was in the know will get the tickets, and they said like it was a more
this gives
mainstream.
Ring of Honor more of a casual spotlight.
Yeah.
So a lot of casuals be like, all right, I watch kind of AEW on AEW. Let me just peep out ROH and see how it is. You know, it doesn't hurt.
No.
It doesn't hurt, but because it's not like in your face type of like marketing.
And also, I don't think they have big names
like
yet.
I was going to the gym every morning, and on TBS, every like half an hour, there's always like a promotion for AEW. Like watch Rampage, watch Dynamite.
Because that's the big money right
have
now.
Fox Sport and USA. And
Yeah.
like on those TV, they will show like half an hour time frame. Like a commercial, so it's not like an in-your-face type of marketing,
And
compared to like those two big companies right now, because they're playing.
And I agree with you, but I don't look at ROH to be those type of companies. However, I'm looking at ROH is doing better than Impact in my eyes. It's doing better than what is it, NWA?
Yeah.
And it's doing better than that in my eyes. They're not doing. It's
But
crazy.
but it also the thing that helps them, it's now they are affiliated with AEW.
Yeah.
Like if they weren't affiliated with it, you know what I'm saying? Like they weren't like they were good in the beginning by themselves, but I don't think they have mainstream like likeness and stuff. So I think now that if AEW is able to move people to Ring of Honor, like the people that like their alumni, that would make Ring of Honor like a big thing.
Yeah, but are you expecting ROH to be in the same level as them two? WWE, AEW? No.
Not really.
It's like it just signed. It's literally ROH just signed his record label contract. Like it's
Again,
they're just blowing up. Let's
Yeah.
see what he can do.
Yeah.
Let him give out their singles, and he's doing. ROH is doing well right now. He just signed a new deal.
No, they're doing great.
You know what I'm saying?
But with all that being said, I'm hoping that you guys just really have a really good time.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be.
And make sure we kind of like post something for our fan base too on our social media.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
Because
post a lot.
because we've been kind of quiet.
No.
Not no more.
Yeah.
Well, that he said it.
No.
Not
Big
no
Frank-
more.
We got it.
I don't know which camera I'm looking
Every
at.
week.
but
No.
He committed to it.
I'm committed.
He's committed. So, with that being said, let's give a big shout out to the new AEW Tag Team Champion. I believe they're called what? Swerve of Glory? Or Glory
Swerve in their glory.
Swerve in their glory. That's kind of.
Yeah. Congrats. I don't think it's gonna
come
last too long,
on.
but congrats.
Come on.
I don't think it's gonna.
Wow. How can you say something like that, man?
You saw the match. Swerve almost like hit him with the belt. I know Keith Lee. It's like once
Wait,
again.
wait. I thought triple threat match or tornado attack. There's no disqualification.
I don't know because I know they were trying to like have the referee out of the loop.
You know, was it the Casino Battle Royale when Swerve basically kick Keith Lee out the ring and everything like that. They're trying to build off that storyline.
Yeah.
So he's trying to do like the John Cena, Shawn Michaels thing, where he had like the belt, or he's trying to super kick type of.
But I think
that rules apply if it's a 1-on-1 match. If there's multiple, there's usually no DQ.
Yeah, but he won it in the match. Swerve thought about hitting Keith Lee with the belt. Didn't. Which I will say he's gonna regret it because Keith Lee will turn on him eventually. Keith Lee needs something.
Keith Lee is not a heel type of character.
He was and he will be.
No,
when was he heel?
Yes, he was in Ring of Honor. When he was in Ring of Honor, he was a heel. Look it up.
When he was Kevin Cage or something like that?
He was a heel. He needs something.
That was Kevin Cage. We're talking about Keith Lee.
Keith Lee, he needs
the
little
biggest
spark.
baby face you ever seen in your life. He's the biggest teddy bear
But
you
I
could
would say overall, the match was great.
hug him
The
and
spots
be
were
like-
crazy. I like when Swerve basically did like a flip off of the man's chest. Crazy. And Keith Lee went over the ropes.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
That's still the most biggest highlight.
That was crazy
on all reels. It's like a big man, 300 plus pound, is jumping from the top rope and doing like a half.
Like he
spin.
dove and just.
Oh my god! And then
that was more impressive because I used to be impressed when Undertaker used to do something like that, but he used to fall on his head type stuff with that dive thing. But Keith Lee did it way better. Like that
Keith
was
Lee
like
is
ridiculous.
heavy.
Yeah.
He's like my body weight, but
He's
taller.
huge.
He got ups too. He's so
bro.
I thought he could dunk.
First of all, shout out to the people who caught. Keith Lee, because
that's at least 340, 350.
You guys must have been like chest press or something for you to be.
No, they was ready.
Yo, they were not.
But shout outs to Keith, man. Like I feel like this will put him in the right direction at least until he makes the turn that you say he will. I don't know about that. Just give him his.
He's
light
the biggest
right
baby.
now.
Swerve have a better chance. He has a higher percentage by 65% of turning than Keith Lee. Keith Lee is like
Swerve been turning on Keith Lee every time they've been together.
But that's the thing. I don't know.
That's his thing.
But that's the point.
Keith Lee will do it to him.
I can't agree with it.
No. And this is why, because when MJF was with Cody, we were waiting for the day that either Cody was going to go on MJF, but it never happened. It was MJF cueing us like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this to Cody. I'm going to do this to Cody. And when it happened, it happened. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, Swerve, don't chicken out. If you started it, you finish it, and you finish strong, my guy. All right? You hit him hard with that belt. Knock his eyes out, like, for real.
I think what will happen will play out is they'll probably get a couple of losses and be like, all right, let's try to get some wins here, and then it'll get to that point.
I'm going to give it 5 wins before the turning start to develop.
Wow, that's crazy.
5 wins? That's generous.
Because they have to go through at least through. They will have the title until All Out. They will have it until September.
Yeah.
I don't know who's coming.
Oh, you guys are crazy. I'm sorry.
5 turns. 5 matches before the turning.
No.
I'm saying
But
the turning start to develop. I didn't say it's going to happen. I'm saying like the build up, the story of him being like betraying Keith Lee is going to build up to it. That's
but
what I'm
that division's
saying.
not that they don't
That's
have
my
that many
prediction.
people in that division at the moment. It is packed, but like the top people that they face, they what is it? Powerhouse Hobbs and the other guy, they probably have another rematch. Rick Stark, they're gonna have a match,
which
eventually.
is his real name, which I was blown away.
Was it Luchasaurus and them? They're split.
Christian?
So that's
No,
I'm
he
not
has
saying that.
Christian.
No,
He
yeah,
has
but that's
Christian.
like that's not there.
What's the word where they win the belt and then they end up giving it again? There's a certain word for that. I've forgotten the top of my head.
But the relinquish the title.
Yeah, but it's like you win the belt, but you end up losing like the next week or 2 weeks after. There's a word for that. I forgot what it's called. But what I'm saying,
I think they have to have it until All Out, at least until September 2nd.
They gotta go longer than that. What?
Because you know who's
I'm
coming.
sorry,
That's
I don't
you know.
want to get deeper.
But you know what I'm saying? Like
No, get
for All
deep.
Out, no. But you know what I'm
want me
saying?
to get
For
deep?
All
Get
Out, they always bring somebody over. So there's a bunch of people that are free agents or will be free agents. You know what I'm saying?
First
Like,
of all,
I agree.
Let's put the free agency on the side because
I
right now
gotta get deep right now.
AEW is stacked. Okay, it's stacked.
it's an iceberg.
It's we don't need more people. We need you to work with the people that you got or get rid of people before you bring more.
Well,
people.
they are getting rid of
But
people.
let's talk about the current people, okay? So, Frank, what are you saying about the tag team, real quick?
I was gonna say that I'm sorry, I have to go deep on this, but every time there's a black champion, I just feel like they lose it within 4 weeks. Give them a try.
WWE. This is
But
AEW.
all right, but they did the same thing with Scorpio Sky.
W is the last letter of the
I get
brand.
it. I get it. Warlow was hot. I understand that.
You need a Warlow.
You need to pay Warlow because he was the hottest superstar. I understand that. However, why transitional? Why there has to be a traditional champion, and that has to be a black like superstar? I'm being for
Jay is a
real,
champion.
like a wrestler.
Scorpio Sky won it twice. He's the first black man to ever win the championship.
How long did he have it though?
Because the storyline was not that strong.
All right, but I'm just saying I didn't want to get deep, but every black
Because
champion
we're all
I've seen is never
Latino,
allowed.
our guy, not really our guy, but our guy, Sammy Guevara, won it 3 times. So, I mean...
Sammy Guevara, no, I'm not.
Matter of fact,
going for that.
LAX hasn't won it. Santana and Ortiz ever.
But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's
But
so
it's
many
not-
people that I can't.
But you also have to read the crowd too, because this whole thing, the MMA thing, wasn't working out, but
Nah.
the Lambert and stuff. So like,
Hell no.
somebody had to take it. So Warlow was hot. Give it to Warlow. Cool. He was the first tag team champion, and first.
Cool.
He was on SCU.
Scorpio Sky
so he was, I
and-
think, the
and
second.
Franklin.
Yeah, the second.
They
But
were
he
the
won that title. He already won that TNT.
And there was one of those, they had it for a year plus, too. It was not short either. He had it for nearly a whole year before they lost it to Kenny Omega and freaking Hangman Page.
But I will say they just won it literally.
And he's the first black man to have 2 championships in that brand. What more do you want him to do?
But it's only-
I'm just using him as an
Yeah,
example.
but Swerve and Keith Lee only had the title literally
All right, but
since of this recording for 24 hours. Think about it. They only had the title for 24 hours. For me, the next benchmark for that company, it's All Out. They don't always bring people. Something might happen, and especially with Ring of Honor, not Ring of Honor, but FTR getting like championships and stuff. So I don't know if they're gonna go back for the AEW one or
Push pull. Jade has
she's
been champion
she's Goldberg.
since she won that.
Who's stopping Jade though? Honestly, out of the women,
No.
Bro, I forgot about
out of the women roster you're looking at right now, who's stopping
currently
Jade?
nobody.
Thank you. That's all I gotta
Currently
say.
nobody.
Athena should be able to do it.
No.
No,
Athena should be able to do
Jade.
it.
Jade is too.
No.
She's too buff.
When
She got the
Sasha becomes
personality.
free, Sasha will beat her.
Yeah, her name, I don't think she's going to go back to Sasha Banks.
Because there's nobody else.
I think that's
Anybody
copyright
for
with WWE.
Diana Perrazzo, she's too technical for her, and I don't think Diana has to carry the match. It'd be a good match, and I think she could technically beat her, but it's not going to be a pretty match. Jade can't do a wrestling match.
And I agree. You need someone that's bigger than Jade. You need
have,
like a superstar
the girl from
type of female
NWA.
wrestler. No, you need someone.
Are you talking about my girl Jordan Grace?
No. NWA,
Jordan Grace is
The tall girl.
she was the one who Layla Hirsch won for the NWA title. She could
Tall girl.
She could do it. But they are both too like they both the
I'm
same.
hoping-
I get it, but
I hope you throw
think Jade's
pictures
just
in
in a
this 'cause
different
I-
level. You need someone on that different level.
You mean
You don't even have to be a good wrestler. You just need someone that's just like, whoa,
Chris
like a
Stanlander, the
fan
only
pop. What
Chris
happened?
Stanlander? That's the only one. The only one. Because Britt
she
Baker,
really is.
Britt Baker can do it. She's another heel. She can't. They're not gonna mess with that unless you turn her. But Britt Baker,
No.
Thunder Rosa's not gonna do it.
Thunder Rosa. I mean, it
There's
could
no-
be a Goliath versus David type of thing, but no.
Abaddon's not gonna do it.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
disappeared.
No, but I'm saying like
She
this
only
really-
show up in dark.
This
in
might sound
Revelation.
crazy. You need somebody in
Revelation.
Charlotte Flair's status in order to take Jade's
Well,
belt away.
Who's that in the company?
I think
But that's what I'm saying. You got
once
find
again,
that.
Athena is the gal.
You're taking the belt.
From Jade, I'm putting my money on Athena right now.
No. Why?
After she get like 50, around like the 50, I think Athena is going for the belt again.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying since we all were talking about it. Like she will go
Make
50
it
and 0,
make
and
sense. Please
she can go 50 and 0, and that's it.
make it make sense.
Yeah, like Athena seems to be the person like on the 50th match. It could be either the win or break.
I would say Chris Statlander. I think she's
You
She got
think
the
she's
power. She power strength. She could wrestle. Like she could handle Jade.
But Athena's been working well with the story. Like every match, every interruption, every promo, it's Athena, is Chris jumping in, saving the day, helping other. You know what I'm saying?
I will like her more with Thunder Rosa and let them have that match. But
Thunder Rosa don't be selling or nothing. Tony could do it too, but it's just.
I mean, like she had that match with Tony Storm during the Forbidden Door, and we all agreed that was just not.
It wasn't a good match.
oh, stop! That was a good match for them.
Come on! Don't be the face right now. Yo,
are you serious?
Yo,
right now,
please. Yeah, everybody rewind 5 seconds to his reaction. He was like, "Nah, man, they did."
Are you watching the same wrestling match I was watching?
You know I went to the.
You
bathroom.
guys said Edge versus AJ Styles was better. I'm
not
not listening
doing
to your
WrestleMania
opinion.
again. Like,
I am
that's
done
so-
with your opinions now,
Bro,
No,
that was WrestleMania.
ever. And you said Seth and Cody wasn't the match of the WrestleMania.
It was
Oh my
not.
God.
No.
I'm
It
done with your
was
opinions.
not.
No,
It was
and
not.
you sat there and didn't look at the Tony Storm and Thunder Rosa match.
We did.
That match was
Tony
technical
Storm
as
lost a
hell.
lot of body fat in the wrong spot, man. What the? Come on, man. She already lost 50% of her crowd. Went away just to be like, damn, she's slim.
But I will say the match of the night for the Forbidden Door was Orange Cassidy against.
I called it too.
Yeah,
I called it.
that Orange Cassidy match was the match of the night for Forbidden Door. Which one you thought was the match of the night? Well, the FTR one. Besides that one.
Will
was
Ospreay,
Orange
right?
Cassidy.
No, besides the FTR match, because they had the story and everything, and winner takes all. Besides that one,
and also Dax had to leave the ring because his shoulder popped out.
But like that was the
logo
match of the night, the Forbidden Door. Like
Orange Cassidy
Ospreay.
match was definitely like technical. It was top.
Because you had the basic Bullet Club and Okada for the New Japan one. That was too many people.
Yeah.
It was good, but it was just too many people. Moxley, no.
I kind of like
Moxley
the Owen Lansing match. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah. But the other guy, the Rhino dude, he was cool.
I like the dude from New Japan. He was just like that little annoying guy, but he came in.
But I like that Pac won it. And none of us picked Pac. I was like Malachi back.
Oh yeah, we
You
didn't
guys
exactly.
went
Yeah.
No,
you had your boy Miro.
Yeah. Rusev. Yo, when he was Rusev, man. Oh.
No, I hadn't Pac winning that. I like Malachi a lot, but I had Pac winning that.
But he
deserved it.
He defended it, I think, a couple of weeks after. Recently.
A few nights ago in Dark.
Supposed to be Andrade versus Will Ospreay. That would have been a crazy match.
He
That was supposed to be the match.
Yeah, because of Triple A.
Oh my God!
I thought he was because he was on his honeymoon.
No. But that too. But no, he was back. But he couldn't. They have a contract with Triple A. That's why Penta and Phoenix and them couldn't like wrestle against New Japan because of Triple A.
I'm not mad at the Orange Cassidy.
Same thing with
it
Sammy,
brought him
too.
to a different level in regards to
He was
wrestler.
always in a
But
different level.
Andrade deserves something. Come on.
But wait, now he got Rush. He got his team. He's building his team up.
We all know if Kenny Omega was not the belt collector, right? That AAA match in Mexico would have been going his way.
Yeah.
If he was not losing the Impact in the NWA Championship to Christian, it would have been going towards.
That was a good match. I'm sorry, that was just randomly.
No. Nobody's judging, but Andrade would, to me, he should be currently AAA heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
But who was it again? The owner again. His name is I've been drinking, so don't mind me. Who's the owner of AEW again?
Tony Khan.
Tony Khan didn't allow that to fly.
Yeah.
They didn't want Kenny Omega to lose in Mexico.
Yeah. And they wanted to like keep the whole belt collector situation until
And it's
drafting,
good.
which
it's
is
good
fine.
Until
notoriety
he
for
got
him.
injured badly. So.
Yeah, it's good notoriety for the company too. So
It is, but I just didn't want him to lose to Christian Cage, though. You know what I'm
but it
saying?
was Impact though.
It's Impact, but like he.
You want to get Smooth? That's the only person.
the God?
He just say he just lost too early for him.
Yeah,
That's what-
because
that's
I
what
wanted
killed it,
Andrade.
But Christian Cage was the
My
spearhead
point
of
in general
Impact at
is
that
that
time.
I wanted Andrade to be a champion.
Yeah.
I wanted him a belt for the moment
will
he showed
be
up
one
in
day.
AEW. For the moment he showed up in AEW, even if it was not their mid card of the TNT Championship, at least something. And he got nothing except Charlotte Flair. Congratulations on getting married. I knew you guys never broke up.
He's winning.
Yeah, he's winning.
Yeah.
Not that much though.
He's winning.
He's winning.
He's winning in his eyes. His love. Come on.
He got his
He's
Ric
winning.
Flair on his side.
I mean,
Like,
hey, if beauty is to the eyes of the beholder. You know what I'm saying? I just have my own different taste.
Of course,
you know?
of course.
You know what I'm saying? I like my thread sledge. That's what I gotta say. But that's what I'm upset that him being a great wrestler, technical wrestler, still doesn't have belt, kind of break my heart. You know what I'm saying? AEW was willing to give the Hardy Boys a chance to win the AEW championship over Andrade getting his own championship around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like I just wish they just took him a little bit more serious. Sure, Sammy was I'm gonna say quote unquote substitute for Andrade for the TNT, but like Andrade is different. You know what I'm saying?
Testifies what you guys said earlier. There's just so many stars in AEW. You got to try to feed
There is,
everybody.
yeah.
So you know what I'm saying, and it sucks. They finally fed Pat what he wanted,
but he's not doing
been
that.
years.
But
that's
he's not
kinda
doing
like
it on
that.
the main cards too.
But that's like the FTW championship. They're not doing nothing but with it. It's for me. It's too many titles.
Ricky
too
started
many
having it
people.
for 2 years now.
Like it's basically they have the same issue that WCW had. They got the names, cool, but what about everybody who's been there since day one? Everybody's leaving. So I know, for example, the Dark Order, half the people are gone or are leaving, and that's and like they made it like that was the faction of AEW. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I agree with you. And just AEW don't got like the lineage as WWE.
Yeah.
They don't have that time, so they gotta try to like fast forward a bunch of years to get to the time where they need to be. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks for some wrestlers. They're losing opportunities, but that's just how it is.
Because if Cody would have stayed consistent, right, then that would have been like the bloodline for AEW, like for years to come. But
yeah, but he never would have won have the main title. He didn't need it, but you know what I'm saying, like he'll be a cap to what he could do. He'll be a gatekeeper. He'll be a gatekeeper.
But
and he didn't want to be a gatekeeper.
I mean, but if it's not him, it's not Kenny, because Kenny unfortunately is injured. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be currently it could be the Young Bucks, but
You have the Young Bucks, you have Jericho.
and you will have but Jericho is too
Same thing
old.
with Moxley too.
Jericho
You
doesn't have
Dana
that
Bryan.
long. Jericho doesn't have that long of like
Yeah, but he put people
longevity
over
on his career.
He's building. He's literally right now. He's making Eddie Kingston. Like he's giving
Or
Eddie
Eddie
Kingston.
Kingston is helping
I
Jericho.
agree. Yes.
He's making. He's
that Eddie Kingston.
Jericho-
Orange Cassidy. You knew of
Eddie
him.
Kingston is known as one of the top talkers.
Yes, but
in
he was
wrestling
shit.
pro, huh?
He was shit. He
But
was not a main eventer.
He's not.
He was not.
He's a talker, not in like a walker.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
but
saying. But he could talk his ass and sell it good. Jericho,
But you're saying about that, but you can't say that about MJF, and he don't wrestle till pay per view.
He wrestles better than Kingston.
that
But
is-
they're
Talks
good
better than
talkers.
Kingston.
They're good talkers, though. That's what.
Yeah.
That's the argument that's going on right now.
Yeah, but
okay.
Eddie Kingston. So
But the argument is that, right? He's saying because of Chris Jericho working with Eddie Kingston,
Eddie Kingston's now in main event.
is being elevated. I'm pointing out Eddie Kingston been elevated, only that his performance was never the greatest because he worked with John Moxley, he worked with Lax, he worked with other group of people.
Yeah, but he's never was the guy.
His performance is not the top.
and
He's
Go
not.
ahead, go
But
ahead.
with your
I'm interrupting.
MJF thrown into the equation,
Yeah.
is that yes, he's a top talker, but also MJF did decent work, like it better average, above average compared to Eddie Kingston in the ring. That's what you see. What I'm saying?
And think about it.
So
Somebody
I
he got
disagree
20
with
years
him saying
experience,
that-
and he's still not even a mid carder.
yeah.
Think about it. Like
I disagree with him saying like Chris Jericho is elevating Eddie Kingston. I don't fully agree with that because Eddie Kingston,
for example,
has been-
take Jericho out of the equation. Put anybody else. Do you think he'll be main eventing that match that they're having, like the barbed wire?
when he was working
like,
with Moxley, he
yeah,
was
because
getting
Moxley
that push.
is giving him
But-
like that status.
but- okay,
you
so
know?
here's the thing: we said two top heavyweight champions,
Yeah.
right? We're saying the only way Eddie Kingston could be relative, if he's working with a S or A star caliber type of.
I think the
star.
next one he
Yeah,
got.
no.
The next one he got is Cesaro. He's gonna eventually gonna have a feud with him.
Cesaro's hot right
Yeah.
now, so he's like A low.
Yeah.
He's not S level.
Claudio.
Yeah,
What did I say?
Yeah.
Cesaro?
No,
Yeah,
Claudio,
yes,
okay.
Claudio is currently A level, but he's not S level because he never won a heavyweight championship or a championship at all. But again, we all could agree that if Eddie Kingston's not working with the big name and he's working with an average Joe,
Yeah, he's not
He's
elevating
not-
nobody.
all right, I could.
Yeah, he's
I'm
not
behind
elevating
that.
nobody.
I could be
He
behind
needs
that.
somebody like
What are you talking about? Yeah, he will. He's one of the hottest guys in AEW right now. What are you
Because
talking
he's-
about?
I just broke down the
because
math.
Yeah, but I
because he's
understand
attached to
that.
Moxley, because he's attached to
No,
like
no,
Jericho.
no.
And
You guys are doing
when he
wine
started,
right
he
now.
was
Come
not like he was not a background person, but he was literally a background person.
But he worked his ass off.
Same thing with, for example, Orange Cassidy became he was probably one of the best indie, like everybody, and nobody took him seriously. Orange Cassidy, nobody took him seriously, but his gimmick worked in the indies, period. So he was an unproven commodity in the AEW.
Okay.
But as soon as he started like working with other people, Jericho, and like basically like they gave him space and time to breathe his character, he became the superstar he is. If he didn't get involved with them, he'd still be kind of like, not as a joke, but he'd be a comedy was a joke as like what the best friends are. He'll still be stuck with them. You know what I'm saying? If without him being facing somebody like Jericho, Moxley, whomever he's faced, that elevated and created his character greater than him not facing them.
True, but his gimmick is also worked for everybody too. So
his gimmick is very universal. Orange Cassidy was so relevant during the pandemic. Like even when he finally got like a title shot opportunity with, I think it was Kenny Omega. You know, Kenny had to bury him, unfortunately, but the match was not that terrible. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, when you get buried, you have to work all the way back to the top.
And he done it quick.
And I won't say quick.
But in comparison that people's lost to, for example, like this guy lost the title, the former AEW, and he still hasn't worked himself up yet to a title
Heyman
contention.
Page?
I don't think he's ready for another AEW championship.
Heyman Page was in part of the Fatal 4-Way.
You're saying Eddie Kingston didn't do that? Yeah, he did. He fought Bryan Danielson, and he got buried. But however, he worked his ass off to get where he needed to be.
But again, Bryan Danielson is
CM Punk. He faced CM Punk
he's
too.
an A caliber star. Not as because he hasn't won the championship, but he's an A caliber star. Again, it proves my equation. If Eddie Kingston does not work with a star or an S star level, he's not that talkative. Like people don't really like mention him on social media that often. I love Eddie Kingston.
He needs to have
especially
beef.
in Hey EW with freaking RJ City. I love that interview, man.
He needs to have
shit.
beef with somebody to stay relevant in the conversation.
100%.
If he doesn't have beef with somebody or something like controversial,
Someone with his level of talkative.
Yeah, that's his character though. He's just that dude that wants to fight all the time.
And with Lax,
he's that homeboy.
which I'm still surprised they still haven't owned the name Lax yet. But with Lax being behind him, like that's what's giving him more of that edge, which is a good thing. But again,
that's the thing that happened with Homicide too. When Homicide was with LAX, he was their manager, but he wasn't. He's supposed to be the manager and like the main guy, but since he was managing and never be in the forefront, he was put aside and never been to like in the main. He was good, but he never like got put to the main event or heavyweight or anything.
So let's all agree. It's a good thing. Actually, can you just go back to your point of why you brought up Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston? Because we went down this rabbit hole real quickly.
Move on to the next topic.
What was your point about Eddie Kingston and Jericho?
I don't even. We probably have to do the replay.
Nah, I think he said like Jericho elevated Eddie Kingston to the main event like card.
But there was a reason why he said that too. He had another point. There was another agenda behind that. And
I don't know.
Yeah,
I bet. So,
but I know you mentioned Jordan Grace. I know. I just want to briefly talk about this.
Oh my God.
There was some controversy last week.
Do you know who she is? Right?
No.
All right.
Gresham. Yeah, Gresham. Yeah, she's basically the Impact champion.
Oh no. He's gonna learn today.
But you know, so she tweeted that she basically made a comment on Twitter and it went crazy. That I'm just paraphrasing, that she compared Chris Benoit and that she says 90% of the current roster of men could like keep up or be better than Chris Benoit, and everybody went crazy. I see
because they just brought up Chris Benoit's name.
No, so she tweeted. She was basically like, I'm just paraphrasing. It's like 90% of the wrestlers, current men wrestlers right now, can keep up or be better than Chris Benoit.
That's not a lie.
But I was like, 90% is too much. There's, I would say, 10-20% of current like active people that could like take and handle Chris Benoit.
Talk about Chris Benoit is part of the reason why we started doing the live show online.
But it was just like. And I think I was on talking about it. One of my buddies at work, and he was like, 90% is too much. Because the people that could handle Chris Benoit, for example, like Jericho's faced him before, like Dean Malenko. You need somebody technical, because Chris Benoit could go. He's basically like a mini Brock.
Dean Malenko is not relevant. He's old.
No, but he's wrestled. He's in AEW.
He's a technical wrestler, but like
he could keep not currently, but like could keep up with like if both right now.
The statement is 90% of current wrestlers.
So I would say Omega. So Omega could keep up with
100%.
Omega. I would say Ospreay could.
100%. Andrade. I would say probably maybe Malachi Black. He's more of a striker, but
that could keep up with Chris Benoit.
Yes.
Why is this even a tweet? I'm sorry.
Because I think she just tweeted. Because I think
she's just talking out her ass.
But then, so she got a big thing about it. And I was like, yes, she could say whatever, but it's just like, don't exaggerate 90%. Like, I would say, name a couple, have a list to be like, oh, I would say these performers.
So this is her professional attire, right?
Okay.
And then this is her killing it on social media.
Oh, she's one of them to me.
That's a white bunny right there, my guy.
She's one of them to me.
All right. You saw it. You saw it. But
let me just say this. This is my only point on this topic right here. Yeah. Like wrestling fans are like video game fans. Like they're never satisfied. One little thing was just make them go crazy. Like this tweet literally blew up for no reason. Yeah. I feel like it's not even the mention at all.
Yeah, because it's basically like when people compare, like, oh, if LeBron played in the 90s, he wouldn't be LeBron, or you know what I'm saying? Like arrows.
I'm not entertaining this conversation.
And it was just like, okay,
I am just a little bit. So,
oh my god,
I am just a little bit because once again, because we're in a digital era, right? Mm-hmm. The information for a lot of young cats will give them the suffice information for them to learn at least the fundamental of wrestling. All right. And if they do well with just the basic fundamental of wrestling and be able to get a few experience on doing like backyard shows and some indie, you know what I'm saying? They can qualify to be at least average or above equal to Chris Benoit, because what Chris Benoit is a freaking machine. Let's not forget that. He's the Wolverine.
He's basically like a mini Brock. Like if Brock was a lightweight,
that's what he is. But again, a lot of these new cats, because of the information that we have today, access to information, and they could practice and learn his move, they can counter and be able to keep up with Chris Benoit. So I'm not going to neglect, or put aside what she said, even though I agree with you, it's clout chase. But at the same time, it's not completely incorrect either. It's like there is facts behind it. And a lot of the current superstar that we know of, you said you was not going to entertain it, so think twice. you said you was not going to entertain it, so you pick up that mic and talk.
He pulled out Uno card.
She did her job.
You
know what I'm saying?
He be reverse.
No, it's you guys making it to a topic. Like, yo, move on. Like, this is clout chasing to the max. Like,
but
stop.
It does have some facts to it. Again, it's I don't disagree with her on that, because again,
I think it's exaggeration. But I will say
she ain't dumb. She used Chris Benoit's name to try to get people to say something. Like, come on.
Again, when the last time we used Chris Benoit's name, we stopped doing the live show. Okay, so it's not like saying Chris Benoit's name is like the greatest thing ever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I guess it's timing too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's not like, as a technical wrestler, we could praise him. You know what I'm saying? After that,
I think his son is being talked about too. Like his son, it's in the media and like in the ether of wrestling, because he's working to maybe make it in a show.
Yes,
and he's using the same name. I think it's Chris Benoit Jr. I haven't seen any of his clips.
Me neither.
I should, but like I will say, his name, him taking his dad's name, it's a lot to wrestling wise, a lot to live up to. So hopefully, normally second generation wrestlers. Some of them don't meet expectations, some do. So hopefully, let's see what.
And we don't know if this is also helping him out too. Because then when people start looking for Chris Benoit, they could come found with his account and see, like he has a son. The son is wrestling. The son is putting in the work. So but it's not too deep. Because like, think about it. So far, part of the 90%, right? Every heavyweight champion in AEW could keep up with Chris Benoit. Yes or no?
So we have 4. So what is it? We have Jericho, yes. Moxley, yes. Hangman,
yes. Nah. He was heavyweight for a reason.
And who's the other one?
Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega, yes. So I will say out of the heavyweight for AEW, yes.
Nearly all the Ring of Honor's heavyweight champion could keep up with Chris Benoit.
Yes. Gresham, that'll be a really good match.
Majority of WWE champion heavyweight in mid card with Intercontinental or US champion could keep up with Chris Benoit. And I'm talking about
the mid card. That's tough.
I'm talking about Finn Balor. I'm talking about Dolph Ziggler. I'm talking about Big E. Big E would definitely powerhouse. It will be like a power move type of thing. I'm talking about Drew McIntyre.
I think the one that will have difficulty is
Edge.
Ricochet. Will be tough for him to deal with him.
But if he was able to keep up, if we're talking about prime Benoit versus a current Ricochet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, he faces Eddie before his prime. So like, you know, that's what Ricochet kind of remind me. Like a very elusive and very entertaining a young Eddie Guerrero. So I'm gonna be like, yes, Ricochet definitely.
I saw that last week and I was like, yo, she's getting killed by it. I'm like, it's her opinion, it's valid. Whatever, you know, you could say whatever.
Brock Lesnar.
But I feel like she over exaggerated for like the amount.
The number?
Yeah.
Is it the number? Yeah. Do you believe above 50%? Frank, you drink more water all you want, but this is getting really interesting right now. I'm picking this man's brain out. Do you believe above 50%?
Yeah, I would say less than 50, but yeah, like
less than 50
from like all the rosters. Yes, this guy was a beast. Like
I don't get what you guys saying. Keep up with.
You don't have the mic on, so people are not hearing you.
What do you mean by keeping up with Chris Benoit? I don't get it. Like just having a wrestling match? Are you expecting 5-star matches with this guy, or you just?
We're expecting 3.5 and higher. Yes.
All right, that's 90%.
Because he'll have to carry them. Like I would say, like if
that's what WWE does now. They carry some superstars.
They're
Come
definitely
on,
carrying Roman Reigns pretty good for the past 2 years.
Like, Jesus.
Well, it's gonna be for the next year and a half.
I said I wasn't. So.
Yeah.
She did her job. Right. Shout out to you, Miss Grace. You got this man talking on the mic.
Hell no.
To me, maybe the number is too high, but I'm gonna say above 50, be close to the 70s for sure. So. I like that. Thank you for bringing that up, man. That was entertaining. I like that. I like it a lot. So
I gave too much time on that topic.
Hell no.
Way too much time on
that
topic.
It was enough time, good sir. What else is on our agenda? All right, let's talk about Sasha Banks. All right, Miss Checo, Miss Wrestler, Miss Wrestling, yeah, Miss Wrestling herself, Sasha Banks, one of the 4 horsemen, has won every single championship that. Except Money in the Bank, because it's not a championship. It's just like
has she won Royal Rumble? I don't think she won the Rumble.
And she hasn't. But that's more of like a titlement thing. But championship, she has like every titlement that the company could offer for, except for the women's NXT championship. But you know that's below her. It's currently going to be showing up to the Chicago Comic-Con, but not as Sasha Banks. Luisito, you have more information on this?
She's going to be, I think it's happening this weekend or the week after. It's Chicago. And she'll be using her, I guess, indie name or her real name, Mercedes, a.k.a. also known as Sasha Banks. And she will not be partaking in any wrestling. I think they're doing like showcase exhibitions, and she's not partaking in any physical wrestling exhibitions. So I think her and WWE situation, I don't think she should leave. The way that she did it, I don't think it was correct, the way she handled it. But, you know, to each his own, they're independent contractors.
She used to go by Mercedes KV.
But she's an independent contractor. She could do, you know what I'm saying? But I think they might X out the tag team, the women's tag team that might be disappearing. The title itself.
First of all, how dare you promote that there's going to be a tournament for the women's tag team championship, and then a few weeks later, nothing happened?
I think it might be X'd out, so I don't think they're going to have a tag. They don't have enough.
Because it's a joke.
Yeah.
But the titles
they don't have. That's the only reason why.
That's why they left.
But that's the only reason why Sasha and Naomi got the belt is to be able to elevate the belt.
But you have nobody to go against with. There's no teams, not enough people.
But whose fault is you leaving your tag team champ?
But there's no
talent.
Thank you. I agree with you.
It's the roster. They do not have enough roster to have a tag team division for the women.
That's your fault.
And not even, matter of fact, not even for the men's. You don't even have enough people for the men's tag team division. How are you gonna keep up with the women's division?
That's a joke.
Like it's not.
I mean, I see it.
And also, what teams are you gonna put together?
I'm gonna say it's equal, first of all, and second of all, I will say it's like, yes, if you started something, you should have finished it. And again, Sasha and Naomi was given the belt to be able to elevate it, even though there's not a lot of other tag team for them to go against. Yeah. The whole point of it is like you gave one of your biggest star and one of the upcoming star behind her who was improving a chance to be able to shine and face other, let's say champions, whatever. Even if it was a champion versus champion type of match, at least they could have done more. But they just proven the point is that WWE does not care about the title. At the end of those
titles, any main card title, no.
And also that title was supposed, when they first created that title, it was supposed to be like not a traveler title, but you should be able to go to SmackDown, you're supposed to Raw, and also NXT.
What's the point?
So it's just like now you have two.
The title has no validation to it. What's the point?
It's point. They have two titles. That's it. That's the issue. They should have done one tag team, and that person should be able. It's gonna suck for commute, but you should be able to go to every show and defend it or whatever.
You should have pitched that to creative because they probably would love that better than what they was getting.
Because like you have Toxic Attraction had it. Okay, cool. But then like that's two. I know it's two different entities, NXT and WWE. But it's just like you have too many titles for no reason. Not enough people, and you have the same people on TV doing the same thing.
Not at all.
For the past month, you've been seeing the same people on TV over.
Yes,
and over.
I agree with you on
the
that.
women's division, same people over and over.
Yeah, but back in the day, right? I won't even go to 90s. I won't go 80s. I'm going like early 2000s to like. Yeah. I'd say like the end of it would be probably like 2012 or 13. Mid-card titles literally had some type of weight to it.
Yeah.
Like
the person made the title. Not the title made the person.
But I used to be 100%. into watching like the Intercontinental title.
IC championship too.
Yep, the USA champion. Oh, I even like when Curtis Axel had the title on.
Were you a big fan of the European championship as well?
But William Regal and them, and
I was a fan of that. Right. Like at least it held some type of weight to it.
The champion, the person made the title. The thing it's like now the titles are just held by people. They're not like making nothing. There's no prestige. But
what can you do if the creative's not doing anything? It's a hand in hand.
You just said the keyword, the creative.
But it's
the creative, like creative. The writing table.
But it's up to you.
What are they doing?
And I get it.
Like for example, like
so
Baron Corbin, they gave him nothing, and he made something out of nothing.
Okay, but
like for example, like Otis, they gave him something like literally nothing, and he's making the best out of like. So it's up to also like.
But that's creative. I understand you have to like literally go above and beyond the role they give you. However, the only place I really see that happen where you can make a name for yourself and have no barriers around you is AEW, because you could go to any indie show and be like, all right, bet this is the belt I have. It got no name to it. I'm gonna make it credible to the point where it has a name. But WWE, you're only stuck within the circle. But I get it. But you're stuck within the circle, and you're building within this tunnel system. So none of them can leave and try to create this credibility on this belt.
That's the thing. I feel like for them, it's not a paycheck, but it's just the people that take risk and are successful, they become like superstars.
Yeah,
if you don't take risk, you there for paycheck. Okay, you're eventually gonna get not fired, but you're gonna get released.
However, Naomi and Sasha Banks took a risk. They dropped the belts on the table and was like, I'm done. At least you give me new ideas or I'm done. That was a risk they took. And they got suspended indefinitely or probably released. Yeah.
But the same thing with the release, if she got released, it hasn't been confirmed. They've taken all their merchandise out. They've taken their merchandise out of the website.
Yeah.
They've taken them out of the website.
They still making money on the side.
Yeah.
Though.
But so I know she probably can't wrestle because I know there's normally 90 days. I think what WWE might try to do, it's like the time that she's been off from the contract, trying to add it on the back end. So she probably won't be able to wrestle until like maybe next year, 2023. Because they've done that before. They added missed time, either injury or whatever, to their like time.
I believe it.
So
with corporates, like
especially with her, you don't want Sasha coming, especially all out coming out and like full gear. Like there's two, basically one September, one almost April, March. You don't want her to be coming out at that time. But you're basically competing.
Go ahead. Go do it. AEW literally gave you Cody Rhodes. Go ahead. Like, Cody Rhodes is the biggest star in WWE.
But then they gave him Cody. Ahead. Cody won it.
Cody didn't last. Cody only lasts about, 3 months now? with his
But
injury.
he's let's be real. Besides Roman Reigns, he's the biggest star in WWE at the
Yeah,
moment.
but
Yeah,
Big E was also, but
he got
because of
hurt.
injury,
Big E got hurt.
He got
your
hurt.
value,
Yeah.
your value goes
But
down.
did he lose his title though before he got hurt? Yes, he
Yes,
did.
yeah. He was a tag team. He was put in the tag team.
I'm sorry.
He didn't lose his heavyweight though.
Yeah, he
He
did.
did.
Yeah,
He lost it before.
yeah,
That was during
to
the
Brock.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lost it to Brock. Never mind.
yeah.
Look,
See?
sorry. My point is this, and this is all I gotta say. Sasha Banks, stepping out, giving back the tag team champion, because this is what
Yeah.
happened. They went back door. They gave him it was a sign of a protest. Be like, hey, you give us a better storyline, or we're walking out.
Yeah, and I agree.
And they did that.
Yeah.
Now, what WWE is doing, they're doubling down. Be like, we ain't gonna do shit with it. Well, no. What they're doing is we're doubling down on this. You could do whatever, offer us the money, this and that. Remind me of my contract expiring, blah blah blah. The obligation. We're protesting, right? WWE trying to make it cute, saying, hey, we're gonna do a tournament. Weeks after weeks. No announcement of the tournament, proving their point that they don't care about that division.
They don't care about no man.
And because of talent getting injured, you know what I'm saying? Because we lost Bailey, we don't have Charlotte, we're missing a lot of strong wrestlers.
Randy's out. Like,
you know what I'm saying? I'm
Give
talking
other
more
people shine.
No, yeah, but
Give other people shine.
They are, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? There is, but they don't.
But they
It
also, I
sucks.
think they're afraid of making a superstar that's gonna be bigger than they are. So that's why they hold
And that's
people
the whole
back.
point
That's the issue.
of wrestling.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
That's
no,
how
but that's-
the Rock blew up. That's how
That's
Stone
the
Cold
thing. So
blew
that's why
up.
they're more hesitant about creating superstars, because they don't want to create another not problem, which is a good problem to have, but like making a Brock or making a Stone Cold. So it's like your character is bigger than your company.
I think
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
the point. That's how you get money.
I think age is a major factor on this too, because if we think about it, out of the four horsemen, Sasha is the youngest, alongside with Bailey. Like those
Yeah.
two are the youngest,
Oh, wow.
and they're like peak in their prime. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, they have to put stuff aside. Now you're getting younger talents join the PC Center. You know what I'm saying?
and
At
most
the
of them are not even wrestlers. They all, I think they doing tryouts for the SummerSlam thing, and everybody's either like college athlete, like gymnasts
they
and
want
track
athletes.
Why they're not wrestler? Like,
I get you.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
And I get
I'm not saying
you.
that you need to be a wrestler, but like, it's easier to throw somebody that has some experience wrestling than somebody that never done it before, and you have to literally start from scratch, and you could see they're gonna be in NXT for a long time,
And
your product's gonna be affected.
And I agree with you, but there's such in the corporate level now at
Yeah,
the moment
true.
where it has to be. You have to look the part, you have to be the part, you have to talk the part. And I'm sorry, but a lot of indie wrestlers are put in a position like Kevin Owens, saying Sami Zayn, because they just don't have that it factor. You have to be all that, and athletes do have that it factor to them. That's why Jade's is not even a wrestler. She was an athlete first before she became a wrestler. But that's what I'm saying. You have
And the
to,
crazy
you
thing
have
is,
to look the part.
she
with
tried
wrestling.
out for WWE and didn't make it, which is crazy.
Which is crazy,
Yeah.
right? But it's just like, yo, you have to look the part at the end of the day.
I think, what is it? Ricky Stark tried out, didn't make it. Jade tried out, didn't make it. Warlow tried out, didn't make it in WWE. So it's like,
MJF was just only a background character for the before it used
Samoa
to be
Joe.
called
It was
Samoa Joe as well.
But look at that,
Yeah.
right? I'm gonna compare this to music, right? So AEW, you have the chance to develop with these stars because you're just a new company. You're not doing
100%.
no more. But you gotta look at WWE as being like Sony record labels. They want people that will pop instantly. They want people to be like, all right, bet you have that it factor, or you got that million views on your song already. All right, I'm gonna get you this label. Go do something with it. Or I'm gonna get you this money. Go do something with it. That's what they are now. They're just like a record label. They give you the money. All right, you already get your own views. You get your own fans. Go do something with it.
100%. But again, it's like I said, age is a big factor. A lot of the new talent are under 25, joining the PC, building up a name. Like, I'm surprised that one of the Usos' younger brother is doing a hell of a job.
He's coming up.
Yeah, he's
he
coming
will
up.
coming up. So
Braun, Braun as well. The current NXT.
I don't like him at all. I don't know. It's something
You don't
about it.
like him, but
he's
he-
like
but
a
he's a Vince guy.
He's kind of like stuck. Like,
That's all that matters.
Like,
at the end
yeah.
of the
He's a
day.
Vince
is.
guy. He's a Vince guy, and he's doing pretty.
he's
I
kind of
agree
like
with
back
you.
in the future. Like, he's a '90s person in
Yeah.
the 2000s. Like, it's just he's in the wrong era.
Yeah.
Like if it was a '90s wrestler, like if he was at his dad and his uncle together, crazy. That would have been like a crazy team. But like he's just, I don't know, it doesn't do it for him. But he is what it is.
He's doing well.
Yeah.
My point is them being young, them being in prime. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, Ciampa being as old as he is, his butt is now in Raw. You know what I'm saying?
In mid-card level right now.
And we'll see. I think we recorded. You said he was going to be champion. Let's see if that happened.
Yeah, I know what I said.
What do you mean? What champion? What belt?
I forgot what I said, but I predicted him being a champion in WWE.
Like the biggest champion?
Why are you giving me like that look?
I agree with you, but all right.
So-
I'm so sorry. It's done. The old NXT is done. Like they don't want wrestlers
He
no
was the
more.
last. He was the
Yeah.
guardian. He was the guardian, and it died
Yeah.
with him when he lost the match.
Yeah.
But my prediction
Yeah.
was that he was going to win a championship belt. I think it was one of the heavyweights.
Just any.
But
No, the heavyweight.
the heavyweight,
Stop.
he's not even letting me finish.
Yeah.
What I did not predicted was Roman Reigns was going to be like, you know.
But even without Roman, you still got Brock. You have Sheamus.
No,
you have McIntyre. You have Bobby Lashley. You have Big E. Like he's not even
anyone that was not Roman Reigns or Brock. I believe Ciampa was.
Ciampa is good.
That's what I was hoping for, but my prediction went off the rail.
He'll be a good U.S. champion.
If Roman Reigns was truly out and they freaking relinquished those belts from him, then I'd be like, sure, he has a chance. But with Roman Reigns taking medical leave, still keeping the belt, you know what I'm saying? And out of his absence,
But nobody else
using Paul Heyman as his advocate. And then
I love it.
And his
I
cousins
love it.
doing all the dirty
Which is
work.
fine.
It's like, bro,
I love it.
We have to wait till WrestleMania Hollywood in order for us to see this man even lose the belt, even an attempt of him.
But something could happen at SummerSlam. Who knows?
Who?
Something could happen at
Yeah,
SummerSlam.
what's going on? Oh wait, Brock Lesnar's facing Roman Reigns.
Yes,
Or SummerSlam
but
now.
there's also Money in the Bank theory. So who knows?
Huh?
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like I'm not saying theory
I'm
could win
glad
the
you
title.
got the mic for theory,
But
too,
like,
but Dolph
they could have a crazy match. But they could have a crazy match.
I'm glad Dolph Ziggler is working with theory though, because Dolph Ziggler is the person to try to bring some type of order.
And I like that he came out of nowhere.
He is.
I remember when Dolph Ziggler came to Providence and he came back. I think Kofi was champion.
Yep.
And I was there, but he came back and like he just came back. Everybody's like, "Whoa, Dolph is back from the injury!" Right? He ended up being heel. He ends up kicking. I forgot what happened. He ends up kicking Kofi Kingston. What happened after that? Nothing. He went sent back to NXT.
He got buried
What
again?
do you expect from him? What?
But he got
I
the
hope he
NXT
blows
title.
up. I love him, but what do you guys expect? What do you guys expect? You think Tommaso Ciampa is going to become champion? What do you guys expect? Like, stop.
I could say not IC title. I could say maybe the US.
At the time that I made the prediction, it was looking kind of like favorable for him because you had Drew and you also had Lashley with the belt.
They get through two big men like that. Come on.
Again, it's WWE. It's Ciampa. The man faced a lot of crazy characters.
And I love him.
But they were all his size. The only big guy that he's faced is Samoa Joe, and that's it.
Still kept the belt.
No, but I'm saying that's the only big guy that he faced. And Samoa, he's a big dude, but he's
Look,
not a Brock Lesnar. He's not a McIntyre. He's not a Sheamus. He's
Creative
not.
could have made Rey Mysterio beat
But that was part of a
Batista for the heavyweight championship belt. They could do anything. You know what I'm saying? If they could do that with him, they could
because
do
of the
it.
Eddie Guerrero situation, all right?
No, but Ray.
No,
that was
he-
after.
they were tag team.
They were tag team.
Oh, you're talking about tag team. I thought you were talking about
And he
heavyweight.
won it twice. Ray won it twice.
And then
Yup,
Ray faced
yeah.
Batista for the belt
Yeah.
and won too. And he's like up to his like
He's
hips.
my size.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
but you know that was for Eddie, though. You know, like the storyline and everything like that.
even so, I'm saying Ciampa could have been a great heavyweight champion at that time before they did the safeguard with Roman Reigns with both belt, which is freaking unnecessary for like.
But you know, he needed both belts because the other belt.
Both belt for
but
what,
the
man?
other belt would not.
Bro, when you wake up in the morning, you put on your belt. How many belts do you put your pants up? Well, how many belts do you need?
Heavy,
You
right,
need
right.
one.
That's heavy.
You need one. You don't need two.
So unify them. But the thing is, like, but then he's down to do double duty.
Yeah, I was gonna say unify these nuts, but these.
But they could bring back the big gold. He could bring back the big gold and just have that one title for everything. But that means he has to be in both shows.
I'm going crazy.
Yeah, God.
I'm trying to tell you, they don't want wrestlers as heavyweights no more. Can you stop thinking like that? I know. You saying your opinion about that changed. I understand that. I'm not getting at you for that.
I'm so disappointed though.
I'm just saying, you guys expect wrestler-type wrestlers, like dudes that are actually nice with it, to get the belt. It's not going to happen anymore. They want athletes to hold those belts.
That's why people
to
go into the
moves.
indies. That's why people watch the indies.
Nobody want no indie wrestler no more. I'm telling you. Don't get me wrong. AEW does. They want the wrestler, but WWE don't want that.
When I'm saying the people, right?
They want martial arts. They want UFC fighters being their champions.
When I'm saying the people, right? I'm not talking about like, people who follow like Lele Pons or like, so like, like big names that just came out of like Logan Paul signed up.
Well, he got signed. He signed.
He signed, but my point is,
he was
like,
nice.
Real wrestling fans prefer technical wrestlers to rock the belt, and that's why they will go to an indie show. They will go to a live show.
Yes,
they will go to
hardcore,
a Ring of Honor. They will go to NWA. They go to anywhere that shows true technical wrestling. AAA, even Lucha Underground. They prefer to, even though that's fully scripted,
and I agree,
they prefer
with
that over what WWE is offering, which is just a bunch of trophies. Being shined up, and that's it, while the real dogs are just being underlooked.
And I understand that, but you gotta realize casual eyes is what's getting WWE's money. So I want the athlete to be the money
ain't
guy.
gonna last long though.
But it been lasting for the longest time. Roman Reigns is not a wrestler. That dude that went to the Indies and all that.
I would say he got better. He
got better.
He got better.
But that's what an athlete does. He gets better throughout the years. Let's have that type of person rather than someone that's been in the gutter all these years.
Seth Rollins is way better, and he doesn't even have a belt.
All right, but he
doesn't need the belt to be better than Roman. Roman needs a belt to be Roman.
I prefer Seth right now over Roman Reigns,
and he deserves it. He's been going.
I prefer Cody. I prefer Kofi Kingston.
Cody's almost there. Yeah. He's literally almost there.
I prefer Kofi Kingston, Dolph Ziggler. I prefer Drew.
He ain't gonna work. I'm sorry.
Dolph is not.
Yeah, he's not gonna work.
Dolph is a full package, and you cannot.
Yes. He don't sell tickets. Who wants to go and says like, yo, Dolph
bro,
you give him
the right lineman, and he probably changed your heart.
I will say, change your heart. Roman sells tickets. That's why he's
because he's a pretty boy.
Okay,
Dolph is a pretty boy. He's a blue-eyed white dragon with long hair.
But you're understanding me now. That's what I was trying to get to, Louis. Please tell him.
Like,
I'm not. I want as a fan. I want to see that.
I would say. Currently, they're trying to get athletes. They're cheaper. They basically want to copy and paste. So they're quicker and cheaper to do. It's just tough. I don't know. The Roman thing, I don't like Roman, but there's nobody else that could.
Nobody's on his level.
Nobody could like
star level. Let's talk. Say it straight.
But that's what
you have to bring Brock for that reason.
That's why they're doing at these Royal Rumble where they're at a football stadium.
Yeah, they have to switch. I think that they were supposed to be
doing that. Those ticket sales. No, it's the athletes. It's the dude that came from UFC, the wrestler, is getting you that money.
Because he has the name behind it. I'm not declining that, but again, I prefer technical. Someone who's strong on the mic, technical on the mic, not a bad looking person, at least close to a Vince guy body figure to have the belt versus like
the thing about
a Samoan
indie people.
Even The Rock, if The Rock gets
but the
belt,
only thing tough about the indie guys, they only have 2 out of the 3 things you said. So either they're good at the mics and they have the athletes, but they don't have the size, or they have the size and they have. So they don't have the packet. That's the issue. So like Tommaso Ciampa,
Dolph has the trifecta.
But he's not an indie guy. No, but I'm saying he doesn't have the size.
Where's the star power?
No, he's not. He don't have the size.
What's the trifecta again? Talkative, technical, and what's the other
size?
one?
He don't got the size.
He's close to the size.
He is not. He's
like 6'2". He likes him a little bit bigger.
If he was more like buff, would you say he's Vince guy? Because that's what Vince is looking.
Too small to be like. He needs height.
The Rock is only like a few inches taller than Dolph.
Yes, I know, but The Rock is The Rock. Like he's
but there's one of one Shawn Michaels, so that's different.
He's basically a copycat
Shawn Michaels conversation. Then that's
Rey Mysterio was not a Vince guy.
But he only got it once. You gotta realize I'm talking about
Eddie Guerrero was not a Vince guy.
But he proved it to him. That was a whole difference.
Dolph proved it to him.
Returning and Guerrero sold tickets. You got to realize that Eddie Guerrero, literally, if you mention Eddie Guerrero's coming to Providence or Eddie Guerrero's coming to LA, Eddie Guerrero's coming to Chicago, people are buying tickets for
I would
Eddie
say at least he
Guerrero.
got demographics. At least.
First of all, it's not much of the name behind the belt, but the belt itself. It's like, what belt am I going to see live? Okay, so if Duff did had the heavyweight championship,
He's had it before.
and he did,
He did once.
and he had AJ Lee, and he had Big E.
I think twice, yeah.
He did it twice.
Yeah.
And he had it twice, and he did a hell of a job working the mic.
Yes,
you cannot decline that.
No.
People did not came just to see him because
They came to see John Cena.
But they came to see whoever had the belt.
Yes,
too.
I would agree.
And nobody cared. He gave one of the best presentations of the belt that people cannot.
No,
decline.
Yes, I agree. When he had the belt, he was he was the top guy at that time.
Not the longest reign,
No,
but he was the top guy.
He won the Money Bank. He cashed it in. He won when he was Big E. He was with
AJ Lee,
with Guerrero, Vicky. But the competition was different than the competition now.
Like back then he had Alberto Del Rio, who's planning on returning to either AEW or WWE. Can't wait to see how that's going to work out.
Andrade, Alberto Del Rio, and Rush together would be legit. All right, my fault. Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't think he would ever do. I
I'm
don't
sorry.
because Paige is close with Charlotte, so that's definitely a no.
No, that's a no.
Back
But
then,
I
in
feel
John Cena, Randy Orton, Kane, Undertaker, younger Undertaker. They had an older Shawn Michael. They had
But I feel the
big-ass
competition
Big E.
the competition is a little different. Cause like
What's the difference?
Nobody cared during that time. You
the
know
only,
what
the
was
only big stars were John Cena,
Thank you.
CM Punk.
I just
Undertaker.
named. I just said
Undertaker
those
wasn't.
names.
He was. I don't know. Yeah, he and
You
there.
guys are going down the same list I just ran.
No, but I'm
down.
saying, but like the competition.
The only person I missed
I
to
got
mention
stretched.
is
CM Punk.
CM Punk.
The competition is a little different, but like McIntyre would especially. He's done it. He destroyed Dolph Ziggler.
My boy 3MB.
But he was not eligible for the heavyweight because he was not. He didn't have like the full package either.
He wasn't
talking-
perfect. You have Sheamus still hasn't. But Sheamus was a former champion. It's up there. You have Gunther will destroy this guy. Like it's just. I think the competition. Gunther. Walter.
Formerly known-
Okay, I know. Who's gonna?
Gunther, yeah. But it's just, I don't know. It's going to be like this for a while. The only thing it's going to be, we got to see.
It's not good promo. It's just not a good product. To me, dead ass. It's not a good product. They're just washing down the value that each belt, like the names that I mentioned before they whatever happened with after the Shield blew up and everything in the aftermath and Roman Reigns becoming the God himself, everything washed down. You know what I'm saying? People respected the IC title. People respected the US. You know what I'm saying?
100%. I used to look forward for those.
The tag team belts were definitely honored, especially even when they were split up. At least they had respective champions for it. It's just like
and they put heavyweight type of caliber like superstars with the tag teams.
It's not even that. The fact is just that they just wash it down and throwing in our faces people that were okay, sure, that's a big name, but it doesn't mean that it works with them.
It does for Roman and Brock. That they've been force feeding everybody that match for how long? And how many people are gonna go support it? You're gonna watch it. You're gonna watch SummerSlam, are you? Are you gonna watch? No, you're not watching SummerSlam.
Actually, I told your boy that we're gonna be here to watch SummerSlam. So yeah,
we're forced to watch it, right?
We're
So
gonna
there
be
we go.
watching it. Yes, but my thing is because it's washed down and WWE washed down a lot of good characters, a lot of value to the belt. The product is not meant for people like me anymore. The product is more for the younger eyes, which I know that's what you've been preaching about.
I love it.
That is for the younger kids and stuff. Even though they're shooting the rating to TV 14.
How do you think that's going to change not the product? They can't change too much, but
I don't know.
You think it's going to be like language or how they dress?
Nah,
or
it's how they dress and it has to be language.
Twitter said that they're gonna have Cody Rhodes bleed.
Yeah.
TV. That's why they made it.
So it's like honestly, they just like it just washed down for those type of people. Which, if you are in a wrestling club and you're watching wrestling and you like WWE product, kudos for you. But there's other products that are more suffice and satisfying. Not the best presentation quality, but the presentation or the people who bringing out that story does a way better job than what WWE been offered.
And I agree. And I feel like when Vince is in trouble right now with the allegations and all that, I feel like people are really stepping up to really open their eyes on some different stuff. So I think that's what they're trying to do. They'd be like, all right, Vince, push to the side. Let me see what I can do.
Because I know, what is it? Triple H taking over. Triple H taking over NXT again. Which that they needed.
That joint about to be hot again. Hopefully, I don't say the same magic twice.
I hope he's not behind of what happened with the the women NXT match where Coda backstabbed her tag team partner
and the board broke before I hit her.
Yeah, it's
so
I hope Triple H is not behind that.
But that's not his thing. Joke. Yeah, that's not his. But I think that him taking over NXT should make NXT better. It's not bad. It's not a gold, what's it, black and gold NXT, but it's not bad.
It's 2.0. We get that.
But it's just, I'm just waiting for this whole thing to be, SummerSlam to be over. For me, I just want Brock out of the picture, period. Because they don't have nobody. There's nobody, that's the issue. It's like, if you have to bring Brock.
He's 45 years old. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, but for me, it's like, if you have to bring Brock back, that means you either haven't built nobody on the roster or you have nobody else to compete for.
But you got to realize the wrestling moves like this, right? It moves so quick, even though it feels like it's so slow. It moves like that. So you got to try to build a superstar within almost
that's what they're trying to. 3 months. That's what they're trying to force feed us Theory. And I think
Theory is not bad.
No, but they basically.
I disagree with you a long time ago about Theory, but Theory, he's not bad.
But he got the looks. Yeah, I think he's the Vince guy.
He has a trifecta, of course. In my personal opinion, he is showing that he is a trifecta. Because my thing against Theory was he was not much of a talker. He was just more of like a background guy when he was working with Gargano in NXT.
And he was a disciple too.
It was that was my thing with Theory. Now that Theory is on his own, sure, it looked like he had to kiss ass, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to the ring...
He's a golden boy.
Yeah, but when he got to the ring, he put in work. And that's what I was like, you know what? Props to you. You know what I'm saying? Keep up the good work. Yeah. So I don't mind that. But, people who are like you put Logan Paul with a belt on, and I swear to God is like, yo, what we doing? What we talking about? He could get 24/7 what we talking about WWE? Are we TikTok now? You know what I'm saying? Like, Vine is dead, and now we're just focusing on TikTok.
However, the match was good.
For a celebrity wrestler, he was good.
Yeah, it was good.
For a celebrity, but
matter of fact, he was probably the best celebrity wrestler that WWE has had.
Don't say Pat McAfee. More physical, I agree. Yeah. Logan Paul.
Bad Bunny had a better presentation.
No. Bad Bunny had a better finisher, but he was not wrestling.
He was putting in work.
No, he was not compared to.
Yeah, he was. He set the standard, but however, it got exceeded. Like
Logan
crazy.
Paul he's probably the top celebrity wrestler.
I think I agree with you. I feel like they was like, I bet if Bad Bunny was doing this, I need any celebrity that we bring to WWE to do that type of level or better. Literally, he set the bar. He definitely set the bar. I agree with you on that. He set the bar though.
Logan Paul does not got my vote.
He's more physical than Bad Bunny.
Got my vote. This is a personal thing.
I get it. It's a personal.
Like I would say, the Canadian Destroyer, great. For Bad Bunny, that was like the best move to give him.
As a celebrity, was
good. Yes. But like Logan Paul, the story, him with the Miz and everything was just like put together a little bit better.
Bad Bunny elevated a person like Damian Priest who was being overlooked.
Well, they're getting shelved again.
Then Damian Priest got a push for the U.S. title and did a great job with it.
Yeah. No, I agree. Remember when we went to Providence and they did the T-Bar versus Damian Priest in the hardcore match?
The table?
Yeah. He was a good USA champion. I'll give him that.
He was.
He was really good.
And part of the reason was Bad Bunny.
He was.
Logan Paul worked with who? The Miz? Yeah. Who is The Miz? The Miz already is on season 3 with a beautiful wife named Maurice.
Who's The Miz?
Huh? The Miz.
He's a Grand Slam champion.
He's just like
what the?
But he's come on. Is he really like the top notch person that he was? Like
he can.
Yeah, he hasn't done it. If he got the light, like if he had the green light, I think he can.
He has the green light and it's not been delivered.
No, he definitely doesn't.
Matter of fact, he's helping Ciampa get over.
No. But okay, even if he's doing that, Like talking wise, and the Miz show, whatever, it helps any wrestler.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Yeah. But I'm talking about like, again, me, I focus on technicality. You know what I'm saying? The technique, the work on the ring.
He
you know
got it.
You believe the Miz still got it?
Yes.
You really believe it?
Yes.
Yo, show the clip when he was trying to do the hop back again from his bag. Show that clip right there.
I feel like he's a great WWE product.
He's a great product, but I believe he's like milk right now. Is like he's kind of like past the expiration date.
Okay, that's your opinion. I feel like if it was just a regular WWE match, I think he'll deliver.
Yeah. He could be.
He could
be US. He could be UIC title. He could and he's basically.
But yeah,
no, he could be. He could be your like gatekeeper basically for WWE.
That's who you put in the gatekeep.
Technically, yeah. Oh, honestly, yeah. I agree.
He's your gatekeeper.
Yeah, he is technically.
You're not gonna put Randy. None of it.
When you get to Randy, it's like you're the. You know when you put Mortal Kombat and like the first player, that's the Miz.
That is true.
Like
every superstar that goes has to hit the next level has to go through Miz.
He's a gatekeeper.
That is true.
Sheamus, but that's just
Cody Rhodes had to go through Miz in order for him to go to somebody else. Even though it was Seth Rollins, but he had the little segments with Miz and all that.
Yeah, Seth is more like that first level entry that's like hard to
No,
beat.
stop. No, nobody gets Seth Rollins like that.
I don't think the Miz is really, but all right.
He's a gatekeeper. All right, we can move to the next topic.
Well, we're almost at the end of the show anyway, so let's any final thoughts?
No, I know there's this quick thing. Any thoughts? I know Flair, he's been at it for 40, 50 years.
Shout out to Flair, put it in work.
He's
doing his
death. He's doing his one last match. Do you think he should do it or not? Last hurrah. He's been training with Jay Lethal, and he's getting. He's almost 70, almost 80, and he's still got it. You think he should do one more match? He's planning to do one, but you think he should do it? Just like put up his boots.
It matters who the opponent is.
Okay.
And honestly, you only live life once. Go ahead.
Okay.
That's it.
Who would the opponent you would like to see?
That's a good question. I don't.
Can that be somebody old? Like I don't want to see like Rick Steamboat or some Jake Roberts, like nobody like that. But I wouldn't mind seeing him.
Who's gonna get that last match for Ric Flair? Now that's tough. That's crazy.
If it was a healthier Bret Hart, I would like to see him and Ric Flair go at it. I said
no.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just remember like I'm sorry. I remember like the Goldberg kick to his head, and I was just laughing. I'm sorry.
I know this is like a bad take, but this will help who he faces, not Ric Flair. Not for nothing, but MJF. He gets more heat.
No,
because he's been out of the picture.
MJF, no. Stop giving MJF
There's nobody
these
else.
leeways. I'm sorry, he's the best heel in wrestling right now. But stop giving him those opportunities.
It's gonna be gonna be like this Enzo or somebody crazy like that because he's gonna like, I'll take any money. Like it's gonna be
see that.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's nobody else. Like I would say maybe Jay Lethal, but he's doing something serious on Ring of Honor. When he was him and Impact, they did a great promo like wooing against each other. But like it's this, I don't know who's gonna be.
I wouldn't mind seeing like Andrade versus Ric Flair just as a family thing.
Either Bret Hart or Sting would be my two choices.
Oh, Sting would be great. Yeah, Sting would be great.
That wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, so
it has history.
Yeah.
They're kind of, I won't say they're kind of like the same age, but they're in that same like.
You still haven't named not a single person yet. So,
what do you think?
I would say Sting. Yeah, that's a good pick. I would love Sting. I would say Andrade because that's family, but Sting is history.
Andrade. I was also thinking about Andrade, but I don't know if that would have been.
Of course. But Sting is perfect. Sting is a perfect pick. I like that. I'm gonna pick Sting.
Like to see that. So
that is perfect.
Providence Lucha Talk. One of hopefully many more episodes that we're doing in person. We're going to work out the kinks. Thank you for sticking around with us. Appreciate you. Once again, you can follow us on our social media. We are on the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter account, and hopefully on YouTube once again. We're also in all of your favorite social media, podcast media app. All right.
Let's go.
Big Frank, where they can follow you at?
You can follow me at TheBigFrankC. You can hit me up with anything. I don't care. Let's work.
All right, Luisito, where they could find you at?
Providence Lucha Talk, and if you want to chit chat through there, or Luis Marcano, and all social media.
You're not gonna promote your Twitch and stuff?
No, yeah, I that's taking a pause right now, so I'm gonna reboot that.
You can find me on J Entertainment, where I post all of my photography and videography, and as well as the Jay Aguila show. I finally got that name back, but it's empty. But you could, like Frank said, you could hit me up and we could talk about whatever. So, with that being said, Providence Lucha Talk. Thank you for watching. We say buenas noches and deuces.